last but certainly not least, we will move on to our closing remarks for the day. So I would like to invite Mr. Edison Chung, Head of ESG Unit and Deputy Director of Export Promotion and Market Access Division of Malaysian External Trade Development Corporation, or MAHTRADE. So ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to join me in giving Mr. Edison a warm round of applause.
Okay, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And we have about maybe 60% of people in the hall. I'm sure these 60% are people who are more dedicated to the to sustainable action. Give yourself an applause. The VIPs, I think some are already not here. They are busy preparing for the next event. But nevertheless, thank you for Control Union and the Malaysian Dutch Business Council for the invitation. And they say all good things must come to an end, but is it true? If it's a good thing, perhaps it should go on, right? And on in a sustainable way. Anyhow, as we come to an end of the Sustainable Action Conference 2024, I'm honored to be here today to give the closing remark. And I am particularly happy to be amongst people who care, I believe, for the environment and care for people as well as practices good governance. I do trust that all of us have acquired a deeper understanding about the various actions that can make impactful changes. And impactful changes would mean positive changes, right? Because impact could be positive and negative. And I've actually prepared slides for today's presentation, but because of time and in the space of the real world, there's always disruption. And when we talk about sustainability, disruption comes in a very important critical area. It is because of those disruptions that we are looking at innovative solutions, that we're looking at actions that will address those disruptions. So within MAHTRADE, for myself in this space, we have been involved very much early in 2017, 2018. And in those space at that time, not many were talking about sustainability or ESG. But today we can see also from the conference here, right, well organized by Control Union and MDBC, we have seen a growing number of people, right, competent people in this space. And congratulations, right, to Control Union and Malaysian Dutch Business Council for putting together the conference. And this particular conference demonstrated collaboration also, amplifying the shared vision and creating particularly actionable outcomes of sustainability. Throughout the conference, we have gained a deeper understanding, even for myself, on how to enhance our sustainability credential, right? The credential is important. Everyone can claim, right, that they are adopting ESG and so on, but how do you prove it, right? How do you really prove it? And through such program and through the awards, all that, that's one of the way that you can prove that you are courageous to make the difference and you are willing to take the risk to make differences. So how we as leaders, we can turn insights into meaningful action in particularly today's conference, we have seen 4 areas. One, financing the future, right? Profit remains a very important thing for businesses. Responsible production and consumption, right? What we do in the process, we have to enjoy the process, right? Not only the end game, but it is in the process that we learn something new. We're able to make differences, small changes. Greening the land, for living and working ecosystem, right? The planet is important for you and me, and without the planet, there's not much resources that we can use it for businesses or for our living space. Empowering business communities and also empowering communities in both the urban and rural space. So people is an important element, right? And we see in today's conference that there are addresses on community as per se. A key takeaway for this event is the growing need for stronger collaboration, definitely, between the public and private sector. As we define and refine the best business model for future, it is essential, right, that we work together to embed ESG, environmental, social, and governance principle at the heart of business strategy. And we do see it from the pitching session that many companies have taken effort and time and so on to make those changes. Within the ESG space, what is important is for us to understand what are the intrinsic values. And when we understand the intrinsic values of ESG, it can become a second nature, integrating into every aspect of how we think, operate, and engage with our stakeholders. We have, I think, today some audiences who are competent in this space, right? And I'm happy to engage with many today as well. Lastly, I'd like to highlight that the significant role of MATRADE, that the organization that I represent, the Malaysian External Trade Development Corporation, an agency under the Ministry of Investment, Trade and Industry. We are there to help businesses, exporters, and other stakeholders in enhancing their sustainability credential. And we do it in partnership with both the public and private sector. Hence, we have two programs. One, the Government Sustainability Engagement Program, targeting partnering particularly with the private sector, with ministry, state governments, and local councils. And two, Greening of Export Supply Chain Initiative. We see this platform as also part and parcel of the Greening of Export Supply Chain Initiative, whereby we work with the private sector, industry association, and so on. MATRADE is empowering businesses to strengthen their sustainability efforts while expanding their global footprint. These programs support exporters in adapting to sustainability standards, of which we see it is growing, right? There are over 1,000 different legislative changes in the world, and we have to address them one by one, contextually in line with your businesses. Global is the key word. At the end of the day, sustainable action must be one that is globally accepted. As we move toward this path, let us carry along the knowledge, connection, inspiration from the conference. Let us continue to collaborate, deepen our understanding of sustainability, and enhance our credential, both individually and as an organizationally. Together, we believe that we can only create innovative solutions. We can also lead by example by transforming our own industry and communities to meet the challenges in this rapidly changing world. Parallel to the conference today, we saw MDBC's Innovative and Sustainability Awards, MISA. And as I was informed, it was created to share the best practices of and recognizing Malaysian and Dutch companies excelling in sustainability and innovation. MISA indeed falls nicely with Malaysia's aspiration as seen in our National Trade Blueprint. We have a pillar in our National Trade Blueprint that focuses on innovation and sustainability. We believe that with innovation, innovative solutions particularly, many of the sustainability challenges and goals stated, for example, in the 17 Sustainable Development Goals can be resolved. I look forward to witnessing the winners of MISA and their corresponding stories later in the evening. In closing, let us make sustainability a natural part of the way we do business. Let us collaborate and lead. Thank you once again for everyone's participation, the organizer for putting everything together, and the commitment shown by everyone who is here. Let us be pragmatic purposeful and also productive in look towards a sustainable future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Edison. And as a gesture of appreciation, can I please invite Mr. Dirk Terhut and Supun Nigamuni to present a souvenir to Mr. Edison. Thank you, Mr. Edison, for such encouraging words. And Mr. Supun, if you'd like to remain on stage, I would love to invite Mr. Rick Ong, Managing Director of Saxon Renewables, to join us up on stage, because we are thrilled to share that SAC has once again achieved the distinction of being a carbon neutral event this year. So Mr. Rick will be presenting the certificate to offset SAC 2024 to make the event carbon neutral, sourced from the Kuamut Rainforest Conservation Project, Malaysia's first and only nature-based carbon initiative registered under Verra. Ladies and gentlemen, you would also be delighted to hear that your Scope 3 emissions from traveling here and being a part of this day with us will be included in this offset. So congratulations, Sustainable Action Conference is officially a carbon neutral event. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of the Sustainable Action Conference 2024. And on behalf of the organizing committee, we would like to thank all the moderators, all the panelists, all our distinguished speakers, and especially all of you for being a part of this meaningful event. There will be a cocktail reception starting right now until 7:30 p.m. today at the foyer area of Lagoon 2 and Lagoon 3. So you feel free to make your way out there, catch a conversation, network with each other, and share a drink. Now, to ensure that the SAC Secretariat continues to deliver what you want to know and what you want to see in the next Sustainable Action Conference, we would highly appreciate it if you could complete the program evaluation form that is in your Clienta app or on our website, sustainableactionconference.com. So ladies and gentlemen, consider the Sustainable Action Conference 2024 officially closed, and we hope to see you next year. Thank you so much for your participation in the conference. Let's adjourn for the cocktail reception at the foyer, followed by the Misa dinner reception for those of you who have purchased tickets and will be joining us tonight. We'll see you back in the same ballroom. So for now, let us all adjourn to the cocktail reception outside. Bring your belongings with you as we will be moving along and clearing the room to set up for dinner. Once again, my name is Melissa Tan. It was a pleasure being your MC. Have a good evening.